range lies ahead, Commander. Please avoid exposing yourself or your Valerie unit to excessive radiation.
Potential combatant in the vicinity.
Resorting to violence.
Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
We're not getting in the front door. Always another way in, though.
Warning. The percentage of biological fluids on the floor has crossed acceptable parameters. Please watch your step.
Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very well. We have tools to obtain high-order equations. They are useful in problematic occasions. You can take the formula's derivative, or use square roots of positive or negative. Complexity is partially imaginary. The concept isn't scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very well.
Commander, if I know one thing for certain, murdering members of the Order isn't my role within the grand plan. Did you just half apologize for killing my colleagues? Look, let me make myself clear here. If we attack the Order again, I go. Order traitor...
Axiom denatured protein slab contains exactly the amount of protein your body can process at a given time. Make Axiom your axiom of choice. From the Order of the Ascendant.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Be like the mine's operator and make a difference today. Next up. Well, this... Axiom denatured protein slab contains exactly the amount of protein your...
From the Fibonacci set we hold in, second only to the number known as pi. Pi is a worldwide phenomenon. Attempt to square a circle and you'll need it. Don't confuse it with its homonym sibling. It's a number you cannot hear. Irrational, 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 remainder is irrational. What's a number that has no ending? A number that we call transcending. A mathematics man named Euler.
This place used to be a thriving hub of experimental science. I'm afraid to see the state it's in now.
Enemies detected.
These numbers are so monumental.
Investigating hostile intentions.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. Contains exactly the amount of protein your body can process at a given time. Make Axiom your axiom of choice. From the
I'm accustomed to this sort of sight when I leave a facility, not when I enter one.
times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your own plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Three point 1415926 939
6 cubed, divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you... Well,
Prevention is the best.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Yes, of course. Such an excellent way to ground the mind when facing one's impending demise. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to... Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so... He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, and with all those cultists gallivanting about, 3 days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. You can attempt such, but if my current state is any indication, the cultists are unlikely to be sporting with you. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. If I'm still alive in a week, I'll put in a suggestion to the presiding bishop that the scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals, and the N-ray is given. It was stored nearby. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and... I appreciate your help.
How many numbers am I? How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many numbers am I?
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products research.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Increase energy.
Apologies.
efficiency,
Emergency
creativity,
protocol
and
ready.
focus.
Eat complex food bars. Every real bar is packaged with an imaginary piece for you to enjoy later.
From the Order of the Ascendant. Ever bear in mind, we are molecular machines, our bodies a tuft of atoms, our minds a result of chemical reactions, our lives predestined along paths clear only in retrospect. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-known melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Bypassed. The nearest sealed door should now be accessible to you, Commander.
Function F to the N equaling our
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
plus the F. In all cases that we know, starting where N is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us graph that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaci.
Resorting to violence.
Gazing upon the golden spire, a heart that's quite so right.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Hidden squares to perfect quotient. 0, 1, 1, and again. 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 20, 34, we're counting through. Return to the floor.
limit further damage.
Emergency.
She from Liber about
Consider self-preservation a priority. Would not refuse medical support.
8:30.
Consider recalibrating your weapon shooting mechanism.
1:24, and so on.
Deploy the needles. Query, has this unit? Direct your fire away from this unit.
Define the recurrence relation.
Thank you, dear.
It's Fibonacci. How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many numbers am
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, and
Lockdown bypassed. The nearest sealed door should now be accessible to you, Commander.
Pinnacle meal replacement bars, the complete part of your daily meals and of the plan. Designed for optimal nutritional extraction, they also taste acceptable. From the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A, be like the Midas operator and make a difference today. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
We can hear those prickly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
without defending your position? We won't accept a hunch or feeling. An idea based
I'll handle this. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
or a mathematical. Say you know without defending your position. We won't accept
Hostile proximity.
an idea based.
It's a conjurer, but I don't recognize the resorting to violence. Consider self-preservation a priority.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this. Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead.
Transpiring
But
events,
if we
philosophical
fail, and the longer you...
profanities, informed insight into the future, also music. Cordial greetings, fellow students of the Order. I once again have Vicar Magsaysay on hand to answer anything you ever wanted to ask the Vicar. A listener asks, did the Order always plan on betraying the Protectorate? Well, that is quite the quarrelsome query. Apologies, Vicar, for springing this one upon you.
No apology needed. Obviously, this inquirer is a former Protectorate ally, attempting to befuddle me. Poor soul doesn't seem to be living the ideal life depicted in their propaganda. In any case, for the sake of our shared history with the Protectorate, centuries united in furtherance of scientism, I will provide a thoughtful answer. Sadly, the Protectorate's befuddled masses are convinced we rejected them in their hour of need, when plundersome corporatists raved at their gates. I would gently inform them that they, in fact, abandoned us in Golden Ridge, leaving us to fend against the corporatist tide and tend to Protectorate refugees left behind. Also, I would remind them that their consul, string puller of the Protectorate's puppet regime, attempted the arrest and execution of presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar 3 years ago. There's sufficient rancor to go around. Of course, we foresaw the consul's nefarious scheming, further vindication of the plan, and our predictive methodologies. You'd think the Protectorate would learn. All they have is their paradigm, a 5-year-old's book report on the plan. Elementary math at best, just hollow hokum, poorly conceived. I only hope someday our former colleagues realize their miscalculations. When that happens, we will reunite in thought and purpose to solve the universal equation. If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Next up. Well, the seers among you already know. next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near-present and future calculations.
Abbot Newell here to impart a message of significant value, conveyed to me by Alexandra Monastery's most trusted conjecturer, Seer Wiley. To all those tossed hither and thither by war's perilous fluctuations, the Order invites you to seek stability and shelter in Matriarch's mercy. While lean accommodations do persist, the effort to improve conditions is being spearheaded by Administrant Agarwal, who I have been reliably informed has everything well in hand. I humbly return you now to the previously scheduled program. This is Abbot Newell of Alexandra Monastery, signing off. How is that, Wiley? What? It's still recording? How do I stop?
Angela, who has isolated you from my hand? How dare you ever...
Unlike
Come back and observe.
Coming for you! There you are!
Back and scan. Go for torpification.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Check your scope.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Axiom Denatured Protein Slab contains exactly the amount of protein your body can process at a given time. Make Axiom your axiom of choice. From the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A. Be like the minus operator and make a difference today. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Your postulates
Friendly life form detected.
You've suffered extensive damage.
Friend of friends are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians. I hardly believe my eyes. I didn't think I would be leaving this room with all of my innards. With you were able to arrive here unscathed without our N-ray scanner? Well, it may behoove you to retreat and acquire it if you intend to press on. Damn that Victor and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife. Yet he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful, I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the... because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to processed N-rays. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to... Although it requires further investigation and experimentation, out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional presence of the... They are physically here, but only partially. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted.
Jan and Heather represent the fundamental building block.
Thank you again for your help. I shall collect my belongings and, well, flee for my life once it seems safe.
The math beneath the mess. Every artificially flavored berry on my desk did not settle in its place by happenstance. It was positioned by atomical electrodynamics, by momentum, by the mass attraction of neighboring berries, the desk surface beneath them, the planetary object beneath the desk. The berries' bounce followed a predetermined order, no different from the spill of stellar material known as the Milky Way in the night void. We call this order
Error. Unable to process conversation request at this time.
But we know it is knowable. Just a matter of calculating the motion of every particle in the universe. That calculation is a universal equation. Once we solve it, and it's only a matter of time, we will know all that ever was or will never be. Not only will we predict reality, but control it. We will ascend to godhood.
Keep put. Much is left to come. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions. My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the Senior Tenured Laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numenistics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numenistics for those new to the order. I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago while still in diapers, but no matter. I have been called many things, and repetitious is one of them. I have also been called redundant several times, and once I was called reiterative, if you can believe that. So, prime numbers. What are they? The simplest definition is this. Given the set of natural numbers greater than 1, let's call that set n2, Then a prime is any number in the set N2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set N2. A simple definition. Elegant, even. Uplifting. Almost ascendant, you could say. But not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked why isn't 1 a prime number since it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? You ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them. But there are also, say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numanistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this: is every even member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so, but no one has ever proven this conjecture. Similarly, are there an infinite number of prime pairs that differ by only 2 in their value? That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate.
Thank you again. For your help.
Of numanistics for the
Collect
order
my
of
belongings
the Senate.
and
Such a lofty
well,
and, dare I say, elegant goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
That went out to all our friends in the Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation. Keep on. Those pivotal impediments won't remove themselves.
Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Statistic.
Our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient data bricks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numanistics researcher, there are several questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this:
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so. Our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval in its ultra-efficient system of data, using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. If you strive to become a numanistics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of
Suffered extensive damage.
One such question is this: is every even member of Our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval of an ultra-efficient system of data bricks, as well as the process of checking its memory for corruption. But if you strive to become a numanistic researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is every even member of the set N2. Our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its own system of data breaks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numismatic, area of prime number such question is this. Is every even member of the set entity besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It is. But no one has ever proven it is. Similarly, are there an infinite number of prime pairs that differ in their value? That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an
Extensive damage, Commander.
Discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the... Our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient data, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores for corruption, lest its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numismatic researcher, there are several open questions. One such question is this. Is every even member of the set N2 besides the sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so.
That's self-preservation a priority.
Similarly, are there an infinite number of primes? Our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient data breaks, as well as using prime numbers in the process of checking its memory stores. Its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a numismatics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of one such question
I cannot believe how many times you have faced by the head on Earth. You have
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
By only
Would
2
not
in their
refuse
value.
medical support.
That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs.
Emergency protocols ready.
Senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant goal. Good dispositions to you all, and good day.
This is Grand Plan Wireless. Broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve a
Raise discerned.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Remain certain that every department stands united and ready should conflict. Recall the precision of our air defenses against low-flying craft, augmented by our Sears technology combined with the deft skills of our exemplars. This keen partnership not only forced our rapacious rivals supplies from high orbit, it sent their
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
lines of hastily dug trenches. So much for their baseless conjecture that bookish theoreticians, your paraphrasing of their colorful invective, couldn't hold their own on the battlefield.
So ends this missive.
Further beneficial content soon follows. And now a song whose composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
We were once 2 separate boys. We had no connection till the age of the order gave us no direction. Then we were parallel.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the Order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If DeVries, I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to... Want has nothing to do with it. I have and you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind my actions.
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification you claim to have better than you do, scientician.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. A legendary figure who'd been absent for years. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it? The end point?
You are correct, Victor. I am the endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning, should it be sound.
Very well, very well. I can spare words with you, explain my perspective. It won't prevent me from doing what I must. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end.
Make medical meal replacement bars the complete part of your daily meals and of the plan. Designed for optimal nutritional extraction, they also taste acceptable from the Order of the Ascendant.
But surely, over time, these deviations would subside? Though I do not seek the abolition of free will, no. No, humanity would do what is best for itself. I'm sure. DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray. What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to him? That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees. don't want to admit it, I can't fight you any longer. I still believe there are acceptable risks. I've been a fool going along with this farce. But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at an end. I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been very different. I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as efficiently as possible. No one would... Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself. Here, it is the key to my quarters. Take whatever you find. That will ensure that I cannot use any of it to further DeVries' aims, even if I wanted to. You've certainly convinced me I cannot remain here. May we meet again, when the... I owe you not only my life, but the sheer knowledge. I owe you not only my life, but the sheer knowledge that you turned me from a terrible path. I will make the most of it. I promise you. I owe you not only my life, but the sheer knowledge that you've turned me from a terrible path. I will make the most of it. I promise you.
A listener asks,
I owe you not only my life, but the sheer knowledge that you've turned me from a terrible path. I will make the most of it. I promise you.
Advisory board to a humanity-saving belief system. The answer to who he was is more elusive. No one knows his true name, which is lost in the annals of history. The sobriquet of charismatic mathematician comes from his early days as a professor emeritus of cognitive mathematics. His lectures were known to leave students in tears, on the verge of mental transcendency. Yet the subject of his teachings are outside the scope of today's question. We must respect the process. If anyone wishes to know what the charismatic mathematician actually taught, simply ask, and I will answer in a later installment of Ask a Vicar.
what happens next may surprise you. Not us. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
You've gathered your data through observation. You're looking for variables with some relation. You've noticed a pattern.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
This melodious little ditty was dedicated to novice Gertrude Powell. Your anonymous admirers taking great interest in your figure and projections.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are something your fractions should never be.
Analyzing authenticity. All but one panel of this mural is a reproduction. For preservation purposes, relocating it to the incognito storage may be advisable.
'How many digits in pi? How many numbers?' How many digits in
Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
So many dead.
Are you all right?
Places falling apart. If I found a way onto this rock, would you...
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Constant. One day...
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery, and now the lift code's not working? How in the void were you able to call the lift? No, a rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. No. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken. If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? Far from it. I celebrate Wiley's gifts. I recognize he's a far superior scholar than I'll ever be. No, I can't discuss this right now. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case of peace talks, representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. I have full confidence in your skills. Once you reach the monastery, make your go forth as was determined.
Regarding products researched and designed to
Have you beheld that
Alexandra
new rifle at
Monastery
the
is now
monastery?
under the control of hostile
The one Daddy
forces.
designed, right?
Normal operating.
Leftover spratwurst, wilted lettuce, spoiled mayonnaise? Don't eat yesterday's instead.
Are you sure that rope can support?
A 100% fabricated meal. The consummation of consumption.
from the Order of the Ascendant. Whimsical computational jest 37A. Be like the Minus operator. Make a difference today. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Seer Wiley set up. He must have. I don't understand. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
it all. I told him he wasn't going to make it. Hey, body's not even cold yet. Show up. Roger always said he... Can any of this really be in service to the universal... Can any of this really be in service to the universal equation? Like the Sears claimed?
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Well outside our zone of academical comfort. To an objectively and verifiably shocking moonscape, where things go chomp and zap in the perpetual night. Experience a surge in stimulation. An inhospitable planetoid, only made marginally habitable by our grounding station and electrical dispersion rods.
Most aligned with the plan.
The Elysium Moon Praetor is as fascinating to the mind as it is mortiferous to the body. Tidally locked in Elysium's shadow, Praetor suffers a distinct deficit of direct daylight. This unique astronomical arrangement bombards Praetor's surface with low-level N-rays, resulting in a shocking level of atmospheric electricity. I will now pause for a moment to let you appreciate my intentional pun. Available for review in this episode's transcript's footnotes in case it escaped your attention. Moving on. Only heavily adapted predatory fauna eke out a brutal existence here, relying on their mesmerizing patterns of bioluminescence. We Homo sapiens should ostensibly stand no chance. If not for order astuteness in the field of fulminology, our grounding station and charge dispersal network mitigate the danger posed by Praetor's persistent electrical storms. In lay people's parlance, a network of lightning rods tie into the central grounding station via a combined 307.47 miles of subterranean high-tension wiring, thus providing a conduit for excessive electrical activity in the atmosphere to reach
unfriendly in combat range.
Tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
Station operators estimate the
But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal
mitigating 82% of the danger posed by hypercharged atmospherics. Our electrical dispersion system is ingeniously adaptable. Reversing these systems reliably will send surplus protons from the grounding station backward to any rod in the network. A convenient method to terminate any hostile life forms.
All solutions precede problems.
They are unwanted. One quick jolt, and they're off to the hereafter. Simply an intriguing possibility to consider as you mull the many facets behind the Praetor grounding station. Objectively, a notable location of scientific inquiry.
Addendum. Peer review of this episode post-recording revealed the subterranean grounding network is in fact 307.51 miles of wire instead of 307.47 miles as originally reported. We apologize profusely for this careless failure of basic fact-checking. The responsible researchers have been formally censured.
Found another one.
Damn
it.
Combatant observed.
I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think...
Remember what Wiley told us.
Document every corpse...
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today, I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple...
Hostilities are afoot!
And its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary...
Self-preservation of priority.
Check
your scopes for combatant
Until
analysis.
basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. As is usual for Auntie's Choice. The purpleberry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purpleberry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our hydroponic collectives. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purpleberry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies.
I'll handle this.
Well, actually, it was due to state
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense. But they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing water
No target.
So I will just refer to them as
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Emergency protocol syringes primed. Hostile zones is highly discouraged.
As the early colonists eating its berries fattened from the most potent of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed in a rare Auntie's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and the Order ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I trace. Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, the purpleberry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Auntie's Choice's records. More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in every berry of an infected plant, where these eggs have been subdermally injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PBP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage. Spiky worm-like creatures with outsized pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purpleberries. And I should add that...
Investigating Target analyzed.
Contain
Lay down
undigested
fire.
purpleberry seeds. The distribution of the plant is increased, helping infected
Vitals are in the stun weapon ready, Commander.
and grow better than uninfected. Perhaps unsurprisingly,
Check your scopes for
Auntie's
combatant.
Choice scientists mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefits. Parasitical relationship. Given that
combatant scared.
the Auntie's Choice
Resorting to violence.
After some additional casualties, spotting Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
to any large amount. But human colonists were not so fortunate. The PBP worms disrupted the human internal biome to such a degree.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Correspondingly large response leads to violently explosive diarrhea, resulting in the expelling of
Benefits
worms,
available
the
at your
berries, intestinal tract. Human casualty rates were close to 100%, even when reluctantly given medical attention by Auntie's Choice doctors, who were more concerned with upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics, a topical cream that offers no benefit to the dying patient except possibly smoothing away stubborn wrinkles, according to product literature. However, given the purpleberry's non-zero nutritional value and low growing costs, impatient Auntie's Choice administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the parasite from the berry. A variety of methods were tested and found effective, but They were all time-consuming and wasteful of the edible portion of the purple berries, so these methods were deemed non-cost-effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, the answer was found not in a lab, but in a history book. Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of two different earth fish species called salmon and tuna, was found that contained a reference to anisakid nematodes, or salmon worms, with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites. More importantly, the text contained the solution to eradicating these parasites: freezing. The simple,
Combatant scanned.
yet untried act of freezing the salmon meat. The test showed the same procedure worked on PVP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness.
Those junction boxes
The
look
remaining
familiar.
parasite eggs
The
were
N-ray
not familiar,
scanner should show how they're
but
wired.
judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers. So Auntie's Choice administrators were satisfied with this inept solution. Purple berries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent throughout the colony worlds. Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially use a large variety of
Grand architects
purple-berry-themed
perspiring
foods
bra-
and beverages. All of them
Armed conflicts
mislabeled.
are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic...
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75...
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
OA archive transcription number 3918-4 ends here.
I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Wait, why am I arguing with you about this?
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture.
But what if widespread suffering is already taking place?
Then its causes should be observed, quantified, and a non-violent solution found.
Tell that to the Protectorate.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials...
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. You lose...
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this... Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Those who do not
mobilizing.
follow the plan will be terminated from it.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's labation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was an Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Fitting up my
The unknown variable!
Eliminate the target!
Did my colleagues design this layout to be intentionally confounding?
Based on the available map of the monastery, this would be the abbot's private room.
Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Or humanity's ascendance will be postponed by centuries, if not millennia. The blood spilled today is more. hands of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries, if not... Blood spilled today is merely correctional ink. And without our intervention, she would make Corps' agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
Current priority, stopping Agent DeVries. Secondary priority, preventing the Seer from assisting Agent DeVries.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Acknowledged. Updating prior...
Like the cut of your jib.
Praise high probability. Wiley trapped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits! Kept going on about his puzzle and research room upstairs.
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
This contraption appears to have no greater purpose than to waste your time, Commander.
Unfriendly nearby.
Mobilizing. Lay down fire.
Navigating toward adversary.
Vitals are in the red.
Advancing.
Attempting to find cover.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Your confidence bracket to review.
Balancing the equation.
focusing on a perceived threat.
Regain line of sight of target.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Confounding factor.
Ready to assist with agent expertise.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Standing by.
Locking them down. Tour perfect.
test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame? Instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without her intervention, she made peace with the primitive minds of anti-space. Today is merely correctional ink. Test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame? Why, their instructor, of course.
Initiating positive reinforcement. Congratulations on successfully activating the puzzle, Commander.
This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the torque press machine!
Thank the Ark.
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Not that I was concerned, mind you.
Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wily his just dividends. For all of us.
tell you, all according to the plan.
Yeah, Wiley's plan. It almost killed us.
Contact established!
From hostile...
I have a fix on their...
This was the target.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire!
Target's weak.
Batten scan.
Licensing protocols ready.
Morphificator at ready status.
Playing custom.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Standing by to stupefy. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant scanned.
Predicting a
Investigating hostile intent. I have a fix.
their weaknesses.
Level present coordinates yield diminishing returns.
Yeah. Target analyzed.
Atone for your love.
Combatant scanned.
No evading me this time.
Exposure levels untenable. Escalating aggression by 3.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Batten.
Weapon expended.
I have a victory. You are immaterial to advance. You suffered extensive damage. Adversary vulnerable. Re-engaging. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Taking cover.
Honing in on possible hostile variables.
Re-engaging.
You're immediately investigating disturbance.
Exposure levels untenable. Atone for your loss.
Re-engaging.
Health benefits available at...
Proceeding to attack. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes for combatant and... Torpificator is charged.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Escalate.
Combatant scan.
Taking cover.